How you doing? This is Coach DeCarlo. I'm actually very excited today. I want to talk about money energy. Now, why is this important? A lot of times clients say, well, listen, I need to manifest money. And in saying that we need to manifest money, we're not in a state to manifest money. So what you have to do is get into a state of realizing that money is already present. Money is based on one person. That one person, you see the one in the middle of money, is you. The way that money is manifested is by being in a money state, being in an abundant state. And it's hard to get into an abundant state oftentimes when everything around us gives the impression of lack. So I stated this in another talk, but I'll state this again. A lot of times in order to get into a money state, what we need to do is do something that will allow us to feel more abundant. And I will often tell clients to go out, purchase a $1, $2 lottery ticket. Don't look at it. Don't look at the numbers. Get a quick pick. Don't think about the numbers you're going to pick or anything like that. Just purchase the ticket. Ask them to give you a quick pick for the number. And then walk around with that lottery ticket for several weeks if necessary. You're not going to lose anything, if you go out and several weeks later and find out that you have the winning lottery ticket. But what you will gain, if you go and spend that, if you go and turn the ticket in immediately, you're going to find out if it's a winner or if it's a loser. And if you find out that it's a loser, then of course you've lost your money advantage. But if you hold on to the ticket and just imagine what it would be like winning the amount of money that you desire, then you're going to be holding the energy of being abundant. I want to share with you a money praise. I started working on this business, but I needed certain documents that I could not find, and I searched high and low for these documents. And I just finally released it and I started working with what I had. Something welled up in my spirit to have me go look at a particular area. And I looked at that area. Now again, this was like after several weeks and just releasing that and moving forward. This is how it works. When you release it and you just give it over to subconscious mind, something will just well up in your spirit. Something, an ideal, a concept will just kind of be presented to you. And all of a sudden you will realize the thing that you needed is right where it was. But again, because we have so many things going on, often we forget where those things may be presented or what file, what folder, what drawer, whatever. I was given the impression to check a particular area. I checked that area and the documents that I needed were right there. So now it's going to allow me to move forward in my business. Now it wasn't that the business was going to stop. These documents would just help me exemplify what it was that I was doing in this particular business. So I'm really excited that I found the documents, so I'll be able to utilize those documents as a part of the business. Now, what I want to say about money, say that what you needed was $50,000 and you begin seeing, manifesting $50,000 in your mind's eye. You begin getting excited. You walk around with your lottery ticket. And, you're still saying, man, this $50,000, I'm just excited that this $50,000 is coming into my life, and, just imagining what you're going to do and use the $50,000 for. Understand this. Money is vibration. And that $50,000 will often not look like $50,000 in its conception. What do I mean? Jack Canfield was making $15,000 a year. And he wanted to move from $15,000 a year to $100,000 a year. Jack didn't know how he was going to move from making $15,000 a year as a teacher to $100,000. Matter of fact, when he thought about it at the conscious level, it sounded like an impossible task. But he continued seeing himself being a person that was able to generate $100,000 a year. One of the things that Jack did was he wrote articles, he wrote small books and things like that. This was way before his Chicken Soup for the Soul he took over and he started becoming this multi-millionaire. But prior to that, like I said, he was a teacher, so he wrote. And he came up with this ideal. And then he also came up with an ideal of an audience that he could present the ideal to. And he began presenting his ideal to educators. And this ideal was something that benefited them. He sold so many of these books at a certain price point that he made his $100,000 that year. Now, why do I tell you that story? I tell you that story because money often comes clothed in something other than the format or the form that you think that it should look like. For example, when we think about $50,000, we have in our mind's eye, this currency of, stacks of Benjamins, for example. Benjamins are $100 bills in American currency. So money often comes clothed in some other format. It comes clothed often as an ideal. So for me, in looking at this new business, I needed these documents because, of course, these documents are going to enhance the business. Money will also come clothed as an opportunity that's presented. Somebody had presented to me an opportunity recently and said, listen, what we want to do is help you take your business to the next level, and what we're going to do is pay you to take your business to the next level. So now money's come clothed as an opportunity. Don't think that money will always come in the format of money. Often money will come in the format of an ideal, a concept, a belief. A person will come and share with you an ideal, and you will take this ideal and you'll run with it, and that may act as the catalyst to your fortune. Money comes in many ways, but first and foremost, money comes as an ideal, a concept, energy. When you understand what money is and what it is not, the currency that you see in whatever country you live in is the outpicturing or the end result of money. But money always starts off as an ideal, a concept. That's why a person can come into the United States with nothing in their pocket, but they can have a multi-million-dollar ideal. And that multi-million-dollar ideal could have that person being a multi-millionaire, billionaire within a few short years. What ideal, what concept do you have, creators, that you're holding on to? Realize that's your money. When you begin to implement that ideal, you're well on your way to creating the lifestyle that you desire. But remember this, creators, only you can create your perfect world, not God or man. Only you can create your perfect world. This is Coach DeCarlo saying, have a great and abundant day.